Hey y'all, just waiting for this to pop up on my Instagram. Let me grab my headphones. 8% is better than nothing. Hey y'all, let me log in on Facebook and TikTok. Let me turn myself down here. Um, what up, what up, what up? What is up? What's up, y'all? How are y'all doing? This darn comment just shows up every single time. It bothers me. I don't know why all of this is in the way. That's really annoying. I'm just gonna go on my What is up? Hey everybody on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Because I have my headphones on and I connected it to my headphones, so I'm not really sure if I'm not sure if there's any issues there. What's up, y'all? So today I wanted to do a little bit of what I've done before, which is Songwriters Insider. So I'm definitely going to get to that. And I want to talk to you all about a couple of developments. Hey, Terrell. Hey, Mudogwam. Hi, Misam. Hi, Big Boy on Instagram. Hi, Alan. Hi, Z-Roy on TikTok. What's up? How y'all doing? I am trying to delete this stupid comment. How do I do it? Look at this. Silly. Ugh. That is really annoying. So they have changed a little bit about the way that this format works on Restream. So forgive me, y'all, if I'm like like I feel like once I got the hang of it, they went and changed it up on me again. Hi, DJ House said. Hi, Too Sick for a Pill on Instagram. That's an interesting name. Um, so yeah, just bear with me if while I figure out why my screen looks so different on my phone. Maximize. I don't know. I don't get it. What up, y'all? Let me know that you are in the room by sending a comment. Enter the chat. I don't know why this is like this, y'all. What's up, y'all? We are waiting for everybody to enter the chats. What is up? I want to, like I said, update y'all on some developments because Bedroom Chronicles as we know it, well, it ain't going away as we know it. It's going to be the same, but I am going to be doing this on another day, and I want to let y'all know that I am going to be doing this live on another day. Let me know if y'all can hear me too. I'm going to be doing my live on another day because my work schedule is changing, y'all, and it is going back to what they call the regular schedule. So I work at a college. And so in the summer, we have summer hours, and then it goes to a regular schedule once it starts to get closer to the school year and throughout the school year. We are going back to that schedule, which means that Tuesdays are not going to be the same schedule for me. I am actually going to be on Thursdays instead of Tuesdays on the Bedroom Chronicles because that will work out like better for me trying to like rush and get here and like make sure that I'm ready to like hop on here and hop on live. So it's gonna stop me from having to do that. Hi Jacob Torres. Hi YVI. Hey Woo on TikTok. What's up? Make sure that y'all follow me. Um but yeah, like it's getting to be a little bit taxing on Tuesdays because my Tuesdays are not going to be the same. They are going away as I know it for my schedule. So therefore, I have to switch the days for the Bedroom Chronicles. Ooh, we're a little bit. Ooh, gotta get the sign in there. I had to switch the days for the Bedroom Chronicles to Thursday nights. So I will be on Thursday nights instead of Tuesday nights because, like I said, my work schedule is changing and it's going to be like a completely different situation. So I need to make sure that I am accommodating like my mental well-being and trying to get on here and be live with you all and chat it up with you all is like one of my favorite things to do throughout the week, but I also need to make sure that I have like give myself enough time to like eat, calm down from the workday, like, and be able to get on here. Because the last thing that I want to do is bring any of that energy to the live. Like, I don't want to do that. And also, like I said, like, I need to be making sure that I'm mentally like taking care of like myself because I do a lot when it comes to a lot of this, when it comes to content creation, music creation, strategizing, all of that stuff. Like, it's all me. And so, like, I don't have the capacity to be like rushing from a 9 to 5 to get here, to get on live, to like, I don't have that capacity, y'all. Especially when, I'm basically. Um, the one that's overseeing all aspects of everything that you see online, everything that you guys see posted, everything is from up here. So, in order for me to make sure that I am providing you all with quality and with you know what I mean, like a positive experience. Like, who wants to get on someone's live and they're just like having a terrible like, it's crazy. In order to make sure that I'm providing you with that, I have to make sure that I am taking care of myself and not rushing from one spot to another to get here to hurry up and to be on live. So I am switching to moving forward. Today we gonna chop it up, but moving forward, I am switching to Thursday nights on live instead of Tuesday nights on live. So I'll be on Thursday nights at 7. But it'll make it like a little bit easier for me. Hi, Cash Jr. Cash Jr. Haha, on TikTok. What's up, Blue Chips 87? Hey, Arjuna Samaya. Hi, Frankie D. Maynor. On Instagram. What's up, Jimmy Rodriguez? Hey, Idris. Hi, Alberto. Hi, Abdel. Hi, Gunsadri. I'm so sorry that I be messing up y'all screen names. Hey, Kanda. Yeah, we back to the regular schedule. It's crazy because it's been enjoyable to get here on Tuesdays and be able to start the week out like this and hop on quickly. But without being remote and being where I'm supposed to be at already to shoot. Okay, be at to eat, calm myself down and shoot it's hard when I'm having to leave one place, book it to another, then eat, then get ready. Then, it's better when I get off of work, I'm at my house. And so then I can go upstairs and do what I need to do. So yeah, we back to the regular kind of girl. It's hard out here for a pimp when he trying to get the money for the rent. It's freaking hard. So I just want to let y'all know I'm going on to Thursday nights, so at least every other week I'm not killing myself to hop on this live. But I hope that y'all are all doing amazing. Hi Took, hi D Nice on YouTube. Hey y'all. It's so exciting to see people that on live that are always commenting on my stuff and engaging with my content and stuff like that because it's oh my god, you're real people, you're really here, that's what it feels like. um but I do think that they did speed something up on this platform because what I'm seeing here is literally real time, and it used to be lagged, there used to be a delay. So I think that they did something to fix a bug or whatever, but there's no more delay with this. This is happening um, in real time, which is crazy. I kind of enjoyed the delay, honestly, because I was able to quickly look down and make sure that everything is good. But now it's just happening all in real time. So whatever happens, happens. But hi John on Instagram. Hi J Cole on TikTok. Y'all crack me up how y'all be naming yourselves after these people and you're not really those people. Thank you, D Nice. Um, because I'm just wait, J. Cole, that's crazy. And I'm oh yeah, that's it's so crazy. All right, so let's get into some things. Let's get into some things. So yeah, y'all, ever since last week, it has been crazy. I've been dealing with some things in the background that I'll be able to talk about, pretty soon. But it's been you know what I mean? And I guess they say all things that are worth something are worth working for. But when I tell you that it is crazy how strenuous the work has been for this particular thing, it has just been so just I just don't even know. I don't know. So I'm just hoping that everything with it just goes well because it's been taking so much. Can I do 5 punches like I'm play boxing? Why? Do I look like a boxer? You're not about to have me caught out here, Gregory. You'll send a donation. I'm not. What do I look like? A circus monkey? I'm not here to like. What is wrong with y'all? Like jump and then what is go? Stop. Thank you for the offer for the donation, Gregory, but I'm not doing no five punches. Like we're not. What? Um. Thank you, Took. He said, "Love your music and when you sing." Let me highlight that. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Because the thing about it is what I wanted to get in today was like the music. I wanted to talk about the music, and some of the things that are happening right now. So, like, first of all, I don't know if if any of you do not currently follow me, and you're like, who is this girl? I'm Taja New. I'm a rhythmic pop artist. And yes, I do have original music out there. I have covers, I have remixes, and I actually just dropped a remix this week, this morning, yesterday. Yesterday, I think. I just dropped a remix, and that remix was for the Clips Ace Trumpets. So, the Clips dropped a new album, y'all, and it's amazing. I mean, anybody who is a fan of hip hop music and a fan of like real hip hop music and like authentic, then and you are like versed, the Clips are crazy. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to hip hop and just the game in general. And so they dropped a new album and it was crazy because like everybody was on it because it's like what I feel like all of the people that like we grew up listening to and everybody who like what I'm saying like actually cares about the craft and stuff like that is making a comeback into music. And honestly, like I'm so excited that we're in this era where it seems like we're turning a new leaf and we're starting to get back into the real, like we're starting to get back to music, and not everything else surrounding it first and then oh let's bring a little music on it. Like it seems like we're getting back to music first. Music is a job. Like music is a job description, not all of this. I mean, as much as it is that this has opened up a lane to be able to connect with everybody and chill and talk and you know what I'm saying? Like have more of a connection even when we can't be there in person. At the same time, it has become the thing. It has become the main thing, like being on social media, being controversial, being you know, whatever, being a personality has become more important than the music. And I feel like we're in an era. Huh? I call this era the new era because it's my time. I call this era the new era because it's my time, y'all. But like I feel like we're in an era where we're starting to turn back around. Like it's like whoa, 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 back it up, and let's go in a direction that is going to get us back to what's really important, which is the music. You know what I'm saying? We got so far away from that, and it was very frustrating, especially as somebody who actually really cares about my craft. I actually really care about music. I actually take a long time, not a long time, but I actually take my time and creating the music that I create because I care that much. I care about the quality of it, not just the quantity. And I care about what it is that I'm putting out into the universe. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff. So it was very frustrating for some time to deal with an industry that could care less, an industry that was just about making a quick buck, and more about brand deals than they were about the actual music of it all. An industry that didn't care about finding the next Mariah Carey, the next Luther Vandross, the next Nicki Minaj, the next Earth, Wind and Fire, the next Billie Eilish, the next like they didn't really care about finding those people. Sometimes they would stumble upon them over happenstance, but they didn't care about finding them. They didn't care about seeking these people out. And for a very long time, it was frustrating for not only myself but a lot of independent artists who came up listening to people who would take, a year or two to drop a new album. I mean, again, like, I hate to like be that person, but I'm gonna do it. Shoot, I'll do it because why? I've earned it. But like, at the end of the day, like I miss an artist dropping a single, and they hadn't dropped anything for like maybe like a year or two, and then they drop this single, and you're like, oh snap, there's a single out, right? Like at this point, there wasn't even a music video. So at this point, you were just getting the song. Like the radio stations would start to play the song. That's all you got. And in your brain, in my little mind anyway, I remember just like in my mind thinking about what the video is gonna look like. Like I remember like imagining like what is it that they could do with this video. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember really, really like listening to the lyrics, learning the lyrics. Me and my sister, we used to sit there. This was before this is crazy. So this was before they had where you could go on and look for lyrics, like where you could just type in Google lyrics and then Google spits out lyrics, Wasn't no lyric genius, wasn't none of that. So at the time, you had to like really listen to the song. We used to record these songs from the radio because at that point, the album's not out, the single's not out. They used to like distribute the single by itself, y'all. Like you used to get a CD. For those of you who don't know, there used to be a CD that you would get, and on that CD would be one song, one full song, right? Like it was a single CD. And then maybe if they were generous enough on that same CD, they would put snippets of all the other songs on the album so you could get a little taste of what the album would be. Like that's what it used to be, y'all. So I remember that. And then I remember once they would finally drop the visual. Oh my God. Oh my God. Usually the visual was like everything. You waited around for this thing. It comes and it plays on the countdowns. It's crazy. Like, going up on the countdown and you wait for the video to come on. Or we're going to school in the morning and we like put music videos on and we're waiting for this music video to come on. We're hoping they play it in the roundup of music videos that they have for the day just so that we could start our day off right because we saw that music video that we was waiting for. Like this is the era that I came up in. I literally came up when the music video era was like basically in its prime. I would say in the like 70s and 80s, it kind of like started up, and in the 80s with Michael Jackson, like hello. And then, I feel as if in the 90s and 2000s, like that was like prime time for like music videos. So we would wait for that music video to come, and then like we would like my mom would record it on a VHS tape, y'all, and we would wear that tape out, wear it out, okay? Like, and for those of you who know how it works with like cassette tapes and VHS tapes, if you have a recordable one, you could end up recording over what it is that you already recorded. So we were very careful to not have that VHS tape laying around somewhere in the house where somebody would come, see it, and be like, "Ooh, a VHS tape that I could record on and record over our music videos." Like, I'm telling you guys, like, it was a real thing and it was exciting. I feel like it was exciting. It was exciting to have an artist release a song. You can't wait to see what it is that the new album is going to be like because usually those albums were strategized. Like, those back then, like you had like concept albums, you had people who would do they would just be a different version of themselves for every single album. Like a good example of that I would say would be like Janet Jackson. Like Janet Jackson, each album I feel like there was like a moment, an era, an era, an era. And like we would wait for that, y'all. Like we were excited about that. So, to be in this like thank you, James, on Instagram. Thank you. To be in this like predicament now where, the industry really isn't, they really, I don't know what happened. Actually, I do know what happened. COVID happened. And I told y'all before, we talked about the COVID thing before and how everything changed and everything like that. And the digital era, it like expedited the digital era. One of the things that it also did, though, was leave behind the industry in the way that it was, in such a way that like they left behind what worked. You understand what I'm saying? They left behind they left behind caring about the actual product, which is the music. Like they left it behind. So what ended up happening is you get a lot of popcorn microwave songs, and they're just out here. Like there's some songs that will stand the test of time. But there's a lot of songs that are out, and there's not anybody that can tell me that they're going to be listening to that 30 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, it's not. There's no, like, they stopped caring about timeless records. They stopped caring about timeless albums. People stopped putting out albums. It became the singles game, like single, 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 and no body of work to connect with and place that single and actually relate to the body of work and the single within the body of work. They moved on from that. And it was honestly, in my opinion, to a detriment. I feel like they tanked the music industry. Oop, did I say that? Yeah. I feel like they tanked the music industry by caring about lining pockets. It became too much about the money piece and not enough about the art of it all. So I feel like we're in this era where we're starting to get back to people caring about, but can we get something good? But can we get, some real like music here? Can I get something that I can play around me, like myself and my kids and my grandparents and my mama? Can I get something that is going to be something that I'm playing, a song that I'm playing for, years from now? Can I get something that is timeless? Can I get a classic? And I feel like I said, I feel like we got some of those. We did. We did. I can name some albums off the top that I'm a fan of, that I feel like have happened within this time period. But here's the thing, y'all. I feel as if that just happened. Like, I feel like within the last couple of years when they started riding that train, and I'm not talking about our legacy acts here. I'm not talking about the Beyoncés of the world, and y'all know I love me some B. I'm in the hive, but I'm not talking about that. We already knew that she had the autonomy and the creative control to do what she wanted to do with her albums, how she wanted to do them. Whether or not it is that you rocked with them or not, the time was put in there, the quality was put in there. You can tell that time was taken on these albums. They were strategized, they were rolled out properly. Like, we're not talking about acts like a Beyonce, right? But I will say, like, I feel like Doja Cat has put out albums that are like the Scarlet album was amazing. Amazing. Like, damn near no skips. And I feel like any skips that you have are for preference. They're not because it wasn't a good song, it was because you just don't prefer the song. Um Victoria Monet had when she put out what, y'all help me. Victoria Monet put out Jaguar 2. um I feel like that album is a classic album for her. Like, I feel like I personally I wore that album down, okay? And I probably will be still playing that album, and like, I don't know how many years from I will play that album because it's just such a solid body of work. Like, I feel like and like I said, I hate to say certain people because those people already they come from the different era. So I feel like they were already out and doing their thing. But the hotels, from Jasmine Sullivan, that was solid. SZA came out with solid records. So like I feel like there's certain people that ended up like making solid albums in a time where people were not dropping albums. It was all about the single, and it was not about the music anymore. It was about, like I said, the controversy, the brand deals, the social media following, and all of that stuff. But like the music was like secondary. You know what I'm saying? These people put out records where they put the music first. And that was, in my opinion, rare. It was rare to see, but it was refreshing because it was refreshing to see the reception that the public gave these albums because they were saying finally, yo, we want this. Like, can you please stop? Like, okay, there's a place for like, the fly by night songs. There's a place for that, okay? But at the same time, why have we gone so far away from making sure that you guys are investing in artist development, making sure that you guys are investing in the visuals for these records, making sure that you guys are investing in the rollouts, making sure that you guys are investing in the music? Why did we get away so far away from that? Because what's happening is you're starting to see when the product is cheapened, so isn't the return on the investment. That's for all the business students. The ROI. The ROI is cheaper when you cheapen the product. There's only so much that you get to this threshold, right? There's only so much that you could cheapen the product before the consumer starts to be like, yeah, we're not gonna invest in that anymore. We're not rocking with that anymore. We're not gonna spend our money. We're not gonna spend our time. We're not gonna pay attention to that anymore. And I feel like they like kept moving the bar down, moving the bar down. How much can we get away with? How much can we get away with? How much will we get away with? And like they kept moving it so far down that it was just like almost impossible to ignore the fact that they cheapened the product so freaking bad, dude. Like real bad. So I feel like now we're starting to get to a place where you do have Kendrick, releasing a crazy classic album. You have the Clips releasing a classic album. You have them releasing these bodies of work where it's like, okay, and it's crazy, right? Because we're starting to see the legacy acts and we're starting to see the acts that are these icons basically go, you know what, children, move out the way. We'll show you how it's done, right? Like, how many of y'all watched the BET Awards? If you watch the BET Awards this year, you will have noticed that majority of the acts that were on that award show and killed it and turned it out and had people like at the edge of their seats watching until the very end were the acts that are like from the 2000s and like 90s. Like these acts are not, some of them are not making music right now, but they came out and they showed you this is how it's done. This is what a performance looks like. This is what showmanship looks like. This is what rehearsal looks like. This is what my mic is on looks like. Like they showed that. And they showed that that still matters. It still matters. And so I feel like there's a lot of these acts that are coming back now and they are doing the classic rollouts. They are making sure that, there's exposure for their music. They put in the work to make sure that the music is solid and the music is quality. They are showing us what it looks like when the music is such quality that they could take that music and go on a stadium tour and sell out seats. Like, what I'm saying? The music is the driver, the music is the thing, the music is the product. And I feel like they have showed us listen, we got carried away, y'all got carried away, but it's time to bring it back home now. It's time to reel it in and bring it on home. Let's stop all of that extra that we were doing and it was cute for whatever little time it was, but it's time to get back to the real and it's time to get back to the music and I'm grateful for that. I'm very very grateful for it because it allows somebody like me who only like I don't only care about that, but that's where my main focus is. It's always the music first. Like always the music first. The music is the thing. It's not everything else. So for someone like me, it gives me hope that there is a chance yet for an artist like myself to break into the mainstream industry and do so in a very organic and genuine way as much as I possibly can to be able to be on those same stages without having to basically like sell my soul to for popularity or whatever have you just so that I can stay on blogs and things like that. So with that being said, I want to get into this week's Songwriter Insider. Um, Thank you, Too Solid Manny. Thank you. He said my videos are fine. Now, here's the thing. I appreciate y'all appreciating my feet. I don't know why this is a thing, y'all. Like, why are y'all making my feet a thing? Like, here's the thing. I just like not wearing shoes. Honestly, that's really what it's about. I know that some people would probably be like, "Oh, she's intentionally not wearing shoes in her videos." But here's the thing. I don't wear shoes cuz I hate shoes. Everybody who knows me knows I hate shoes. The moment that I'm able to take my shoes off, I do it. I will drive my car in my socks cuz I hate shoes that bad. Like, I'm telling you right now, y'all, like, you don't understand, I hate shoes. So that's the reason why I don't be having shoes on. It's not because I'm trying to like feed into feet fetish or feed into, people who really, really like feet. I think that's just a secondary thing that's happening. Um, I just like to not be in shoes because I hate shoes, y'all. I'm sorry. That's really what it is. Um, Thank you. He said he'll watch every video for the voice and the feet. You acting up on this live here, on this good Tuesday. You really, really acting up. But yeah, y'all, like, I hate shoes, and that's really what it boils down to. So if you see me in my videos, at one point somebody like yelled at me and was like, "Put some shoes on." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Yo, this is crazy. Like, why am I getting yelled at to put shoes on? I'm just being myself. I hate shoes." But then it started to be to where I saw like people saying like, "I love your feet, your toes. Your toes are always done." Da da da. I was like, "Okay, thanks." You know what I'm saying? But I'm not doing this intentionally, and it was crazy. Because why did y'all know how if you're a creator on TikTok, you know how they give you like, you look at your insights and they will tell you certain things about your videos like, "Hey, they're doing great with this, but maybe you should do this to like engage people more and have them ask a question or do whatever like to get more audience participation." Like, TikTok does that. This one particular time that I watched a video that I had, TikTok literally told me you should do more videos with your feet in them. People like that. Yo, what is the social media platform doing telling me to feed into a foot fetish, bruh? Like, what are we talking about, my dude? I don't know. I have no idea. It's crazy. He is really going on. Too solid, man. And you acting up. Honestly, I hope you gave a gift at this point because you are really acting up over here on this TikTok live. You better send a gift for all of this that I'm enduring on this live. But y'all, I'm not doing videos barefoot because I'm playing into feet fetish, y'all. I'm doing videos barefoot because I freaking hate shoes. It's really what it boils down to. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy that it's become that, but I don't know. Um, but yeah, like, I can't. I'm not messing with you no more. First of all, Manny, no, you don't start paying. No, you could give a gift now since you want to be talking about my feet on my live. For all of that, you could give gifts right now. And thank you, everybody on TikTok, for all of the hearts. Thank you. 1.2K hearts. I appreciate that, y'all. Thank y'all. Um, and make sure that you follow. And if you're on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to the kid. Okay, sorry. Got carried away. All right, so let's get into Songwriters Insider of the Week because, baby, I just released this here song. Well, actually, this here. If you are on my social media platforms and you follow me or you subscribe to me, you will know what this picture is from. I actually just dropped a remix, and it is to the Clips Ace Trumpets, which is an amazing song, amazing production, amazing beat by Pharrell, of course. Um, and I heard this song and immediately I was just like, I have to get on this. I can't. I have to. I have to. This beat is crazy. I felt like, yo, if they were in the studio and they heard this, like that, their minds must have like been blown. Like for me, I know if I would have heard it, I'm not leaving that studio until the verses are written. Like the whole song may be written that night, because like that beat, that would have poured out of me. I'm telling you right now, like no questions asked. It would have been crazy. It would have gone down. But I released. I wrote to it because I was just like, yo, like this is crazy. This is crazy. Now, when I wrote it, I write it or whatever. I had two parts in the song that are like gaps, and I'm just like, oh my god, what should I do? What should I do for these gaps? Like it would not come to mind, and I didn't want to rush it because, like I told y'all, I take my time with my music, and I want to make sure that everything is intentional. Intentional. I want to make sure that I'm not just writing something to fill in the gaps. Like it needs to make sense, and it needs to like I feel like come from a very genuine place. So therefore, when I was writing this remix to Ace Trumpets called Capiche, and I'll get into that in a second. When I was writing it and I had those blanks, y'all, it took me like a good week and a half to come up with the fill-ins for it because I was so stumped and I really didn't want to. I really didn't want to, like skip out on putting something that belonged there. Does that make sense? Like I really wanted whatever it is that I wrote to belong. I didn't want it to just be something that I was filling in. So it took me like a week and a half just to come up with those two pieces. The whole verse, the hook, everything was already done. There's two little pieces that I could not like figure out for the life of me. I like would usually some things come to me in the shower or when I'm taking a drive would not come to me and I'm just like, yo, I'm not gonna rush this just for the sake of trying to hurry up and put it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I wrote this basically like a couple of days after they released the album, the Clips released the album. I heard Ace Trumpets. I wrote this like right away. So I sat with this for like a while before I was able to fill in those gaps, y'all. It was crazy. Like I don't know. I was like a space case and I really couldn't figure it out. So I figured it out and yeah, I know what you're saying. Gonzad said that you have to feed the algorithm and you're so right. Like you do. You have to feed the algorithm, but that's just not one of the things I want to feed the algorithm with is my feet, yo. All right, let's get back to the subject. So this picture is from Ace Trumpet's remix called Capiche. And for those of you who don't know, capiche is like a word that means you understand. Do you get it? Do you comprehend what I'm trying to say to you? Like that's what capiche means. And for those of you who like follow me, if you haven't followed me yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on TikTok, Instagram, um, because I am live on all of those right now. So if you are not following, make sure that you follow now. So anyway, for those of you who have been following me, you know that I'm from Springfield, Massachusetts, 413 to the death. And Springfield is actually historically um, has had a lot of people from Italian descent that are here. And there's a whole history, you know what I'm saying? There's somebody that could like really, really lay out the history um, of the Italian population in Springfield. So, you know what I'm saying? Some of these words and things like that, when you're listening to my music, one of the things that I'm very, very big on is making sure that my fabric makes it into the music. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that my makeup makes it into the music. And that also, that ties into where it is that I'm from. And so capiche is a word that I would hear often coming up, with people who are Italian people who live in my city, who I, have worked with, friends with. We have an amazing restaurant called Red Rose. They're amazing. If you ever come through to Springfield, Mass, I told you. But capiche means you comprehend, you get it, you understand. And the reason why I created this particular song is because I wanted people to understand my position in the industry and what it has been, being a female artist and also being a rapper, right? Like a rapper in an industry that is like, I don't know, just pumping out at one point, just pumping out like rappers, just pumping them out. Even if people just woke up one day and said, "Oh, I want to be a rapper," like they were just pumping these people out. And again, I come from an era where if you wanted to be an artist, it was very intentional for you to be an artist. Like you weren't just somebody who woke up one day and decided, "I just want to do this." You were somebody who probably have been dreaming about this for a long time. This is your childhood dream. And for people who I'm not saying that there's not room for everybody and there's not room for people who wake up one day and decide that they're just gonna be an artist, right? But that does come with a different approach and a different mentality to what it is that you see yourself, um what it is that you're willing to do in order to make sure that you are contributing to the space in a responsible way, and also in a way that is going to push the culture forward, right? Like, so there's a lot of that not going on. Like there's a lot of people who are just like money, 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 and they're just in it to what for whatever. There's people who rap about whatever just so that they could get attraction or get money or whatever have you. And I've never been that person. I told y'all before, I've never, ever, ever fit in. Ever. Ever. So, I've had it to where people thought that I should rap a certain way or whatever have you just so that I could get on because that's what was popular and that's what's selling. And I'm just like, no, no, I'm not going to do that because it's not genuine to not only my artistry, but also just who I am, like inside. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just it didn't suit me. That doesn't feel good. Like, if I have anything left, y'all, it's going to be my integrity. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be my integrity. And, oh, thank you, Solid Manny. I see you. Thank you. You sent the gift. I'm not showing no feet though, but thank you. Um, but my integrity is more important than anything. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna make sure that whatever it is that I'm putting out into the universe, it's going to contribute to this space, and that I'm going to be responsible with this platform. I'm going to be responsible with my artistry, and for a while, that wasn't valued for a grip that was not valued. And right now in the industry, and for like the last few years, what we're seeing is um, this influx of people who are like, wait, who is this? And not only just who is this, right? Like a new artist is a new artist, so you're not gonna know who they are. But it's just like, but these people don't care. You could tell. These people don't care, and you could tell. So why are they being forced down our throats? Why are y'all putting these people in front of us constantly, constantly beating into our heads like, oh, this person's hot, and we know like that's not the case. And y'all basically like if we wear you down and we put this person in front of you enough and feed your algorithm with this person, you're gonna like them, and that's what's been happening. So, capiche is about that. It's woven into that, right? So keep that in mind, all right? So Songwriters Insider, I'm gonna go through the lyrics and I'm just going to like kind of explain to y'all a little bit like bar for bar or whatever have you. What it is I think because one of the things that I really take pride in is writing. I really take pride in my songwriting. I really take pride in writing my raps. And I take pride in doing it in such a way that is, it's genuine to me. It's unique to me. And um, I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. I said that before. I say it again. I am a nerd. Y'all go ahead. Oh, you're beautiful. You're this. You're that. You're first and foremost. I'm a nerd, y'all. Period. Okay. I'm a nerd. I'm awkward. Like all of that stuff. So let's just get that out the way. All right. So the way in which I write, I'm writing from a space of intellect because I just don't believe in dumbing down the pen. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to dumb down the pen. That's just not a thing for me. So when I write, I'm writing from a place of what it is that I know and how that intertwines. Some people understand it, some people don't. Some people get the bars, some people don't. Some people who don't bother to get it. Some people who don't try to play like, oh, well, that was nothing. I'm like, because you didn't understand. Because when they go ahead to explain it, I'm like, that's not even the bar. You don't know what you're talking about. So I'm gonna explain some of these bars. Um, so let me get into the first one. Manny, I'm not paying attention to you no more. Thank you. Um, so the first bar. What the matter, Papa? You cape for not a problem. Addict, I leave him bothered. Too quick to try to stop her. So basically, what the matter, Papa? You cape for not a problem. So caping, of course, y'all know what caping for somebody is. Let me put on my cape and let me go ahead and defend this person or defend this thing because I feel like they're so hot or they're so dope or I feel like they need defending, right? And I'm basically saying like, yo, what's the matter? What's the matter? You cape for the wrong person. Are you starting to realize that this person, this artist, is really not that dope? This artist is not deserving of the protection. Are you realizing that now? Oh, because people who actually care about the craft, people who actually care about the craft are making a comeback. So now you're trying to flip it and make it seem like you wasn't over there caping for this type of artist or whatever before. So now you're over here because the real is coming back, and you're just like, oh, you know, I never was like really defending them. You know, like, yeah, I like some of their music. Oh, okay. So now you're wishy washy about it. But just a couple of years back, you were sitting here arguing how that was the way to go. But now it's not hot no more because we're starting to realize, or other people are starting to realize, that it wasn't hot to begin with. It was basura. It was garbage to begin with. But you went ahead and you caped for it, and now you're realizing, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And you're trying to spin the block and make it seem like you didn't do that. But we all saw you. So that's what that is. You cape for not a problem. Addict, I leave them bothered. Addict, problematic. Hello, problematic. But addict, I leave them bothered. Obsessed with the kid, right? Too quick to try to stop her. That hit'll never happen. Capiche? So too quick to try to stop her. So I'm too quick. I'm always ahead. Like I feel like there's a lot of people who they don't understand like in order for me to function at the level that I do as an independent artist, I can't be behind the ball. I have to always be ahead, right? Like I have to always be thinking what's next for myself, and I never get complacent just as a person. And this part that I'm about to say, as a person, I don't get complacent with being like having a good moment. It's always about what moment am I going to make next. So I really don't ever really take the time. And I'm trying to do, I'm getting better. I'm working on myself, but I'm trying to get better about appreciating what has happened because I'm always thinking about what's next and what is it that I got to do to make the next thing happen. So I'm too quick for you to try to stop me. Like, I don't know where it is that you think that was okay, that was a moment, and you're just like, oh, well, she's going to be done after that. No, because I'm still working. I'm already, by the time you hear about that, I moved on from that like months ago. You're just hearing about it now. That was a thing that I was thinking about months before that. So I'm way too quick for you to try to stop me. That hit will never happen. Capiche? So the hits and capiche intertwine, right? Like at this point, we're talking about Italian slang, right? A hit. Everybody who knows what a hit is knows that that's a stake on your life, right? And also a hit musically. like a musical hit. So that's basically what I was getting at with that. Like that hit will never happen. So the hit will never happen against me because I'm too quick for you to try to stop me. But the hit, the musical hit, a hit record will never happen for you because you're garbage anyway. So that's double entendre. That's what that was. For those of you who don't know what a double entendre is, I'm gonna need y'all to look that up. Come on now, catch up, class. Um, so that hit will never happen. Capiche? Pray from the parish, they will surely perish. So pray from the parish, worship, they will surely perish. Okay, so that's what that is. Pray from the parish, they will surely perish. Like, so pray for them, because it's over. It's game over. We're not doing this no more. We over it. Like, we're not getting into this no more. We're not doing this, wasting people's time musically and wasting listening ears when it's garbage anyway. So that's basically the gist. That sets the tone for the verse that I get into, because I'm basically telling you, like, listen, what's the matter? Are y'all just now realizing that the stuff that you guys were caping for really isn't that hot to begin with? They ain't got no classics. They got none of that. These people don't have classics. They're just pumping out garbage for you to consume. And the thing about it is like, all the while, you've got people who are doing the real thing, that are always working, 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 because we got to be ready for when you guys are done playing around in the trash. Like, we gotta be ready for that. So at the end of the day, that hit record that they're looking for, that's gonna last for years, never gonna happen, because they didn't have it to begin with. Like, they don't have the skill or the talent to begin with. And then capiche? Pray from the parish, they will surely perish. Like, y'all better pray for them. Y'all better hope they save, because they're not gonna be here in a couple of years. A lot of them, because they didn't care that much about the artistry to begin with. And remember, I said the job is music. So that's what that means. So already, y'all, what I'm talking about is the mainstream industry. And I'm not talking about everybody, clearly. But what I'm talking about is the mainstream industry, those in the mainstream industry that are just here for a quick buck and not the music. Like, this is what I'm talking about, okay? All right, boom. So, the verse. I've been counting the days and keeping a tally on how many ways to put in a rest and do a dissection. Scalpel, subject, sample. So I've been counting the days and keeping a tally on how many ways. So for those of you who have, know anybody who has been locked up, if you know anybody who's been locked up, or even if you've seen a movie or whatever have you, we'll go with that. If you know someone who's been locked up, or you've seen a movie or whatever where they're locked up, you can see that on some of these, what they do is they, if they're, especially if they're in something like solitary confinement or whatever, they'll do find something to mark the walls and tally, count down the days. And for me, what I did was I said I've been counting the days. I've been counting the days and keeping a tally on how many ways. Like, I'm keeping a tally on how many ways to put you to rest and do a dissection. Like, I'm keeping a tally on how many ways to kill your career. That's what I've been doing. So basically, what I'm comparing my prison to is the music industry as it has been for the past, I would say, I don't know, like 6, 7 years. I don't know, but like, it started declining, but in the last 5, definitely. So I'm comparing that to a prison of sorts, right? I'm comparing that to an artistic prison. Like, so while I was in that prison, that artistic prison, because the industry is literally making sure that those of us who care about the music are feeling like we're like locked out, actually, not locked up but locked out. So while I was in that prison, that artistic prison that they put us in, I was counting the days and keeping a tally on how many ways I'm going to go ahead and kill these careers that are out here that don't belong, because they don't care about the music. So to put them to rest and do a dissection. So I'm going to go ahead, do a dissection. Like, I'm not only going to kill their careers, but we're going to go ahead and pick this apart, right? We're going to pick this apart. We're going to open it up. We're going to open them up. And scalpel, subject, sample. That right there is actually a bar that's a scientific bar, a medical bar. And for those of you who follow me, if you haven't followed me yet, make sure that you follow me. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you hit that follow button on TikTok, and Instagram. But for those of you who follow me, you know that I was a pre med student in college. You know that I was a big science geek all throughout school. So you know where those types of bars come from. I incorporate them often. Inside of my music, I often have scientific bars somewhere. So some of that stuff is meant for the science people, the science heads, the medical heads. They know what that means. Some people will be able to pick up on it just from like just knowing, like a scalpel, hello, it's cut. Subjects is like the subject that I'm talking about are these careers that I'm talking about dissecting and killing. Um, so subject and then the sample. You know, if you've ever prepared a slide in a biology class to put under a microscope, you have a what? A sample. So I'm like, I've been counting the ways and I've been counting the days and keeping a tally on how many ways to put on the rest and do a dissection. Scalpel, subject, sample. Like I wanna dissect this. If you could think of anything to compare this to, I would say Dexter, right? Like if you've ever watched the show Dexter, you see how precise he is with how it is that he goes after, who it is that he's going to slaughter next, basically. But if you've ever watched Dexter, that's basically what, the kind of precision that I am referring to. I don't only want to just be all crazy with it. No, I want to get in there and I want to dissect this real quick. So that's basically what those bars mean. So they get to the bag, but every bag ain't all the same. They sign with a cloud, then cry when it rains. Pressed, distressed, damsel. So basically, they get to the bag. They get a bag, right? These people get money. They always talking about it. They always got stacks of money and they're holding it up to their ear and stuff like that. All the excess, whatever have you. Oh, I get money, da 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 da, right? But they get to the bag, but every bag ain't all the same. So yeah, you got the money, but every kind of money, every source of funding, every every kind of bag that you get to is not the same. You know what I'm saying? Your bag is going to look different from somebody who didn't sell their soul. Your bag is going to look different from somebody who still has their integrity intact. Your bag is going to look different from somebody who is living out their passion, and you're just doing this for money. That bag is going to be different. You know what I'm saying? And even if, you're getting what it is that you want now, you'll soon realize that maybe it wasn't really all that you wanted. So this is the next line. They get to the bag, but every bag ain't all the same. They sign with a cloud, then cry when it rains. So they sign with a cloud, meaning you sign with a record company who really don't care about you. All they care about is get us the money, get us the money, give us more money. That's what they want. Give us the money, because we want to recoup. We invested in you. We didn't invest in you in the right ways. We didn't make sure that you had artist development. We didn't care. We just threw you out there to the wolves, right? And we're asking you to basically figure it out. Figure it out for yourself. Get up on that stage and look crazy in front of millions and millions of viewers, because we need you to be on the screen for the ratings so we could get the bag, and we'll give you a bag. But, we're going to keep on doing that to you because we don't really care about you as a person. We care about this product that we created that is not really passionate about music. They're just passionate about the money. And so it's just like, okay, well, this is very transactional. So you sign with a cloud, then you cry when it rains. Like you signed with a company that's what they're there for. That's what they're going to do. They're there to exploit you. And they're not there to exploit your music. They're there to exploit you as a person. So that's what that means. It's they sign with a cloud and cry when it rains. You already knew what it was. You already knew. Oh wait, hold up. You already knew what it was. You already knew that the company or the label that you were signing with, you knew what it was. You knew what you was in it for, and they went ahead and they signed you, and now they're in it for the same cheap things, and now you're crying? Please, man, get out of here. Like, so that's basically what that is. It's sun with a cloud and cry when it rains. Pressed, distressed, damsel. Oh, damsel in distress. Oh my God. Oh my God. And they're crying to us. Why are you crying to us when you knew that you weren't passionate about it to begin with? And now, you're feeling the heat of what it takes to be an artist. You're feeling the heat of, please give us hits. You're feeling the heat of, write something great. You're feeling that heat that many of us are passionate about and will take the time to make sure that we are exceeding our expectations before anybody can say anything. You're getting that heat, and now you're crying about it. You're crying? Nah, yo. You knew what you were getting into it for, so you don't get to do that. So press, distressed, damsel. Pool, specific, opponent, random. So the pool is the pool of people that I'm talking about right now. The pool are the artists that I'm talking about in this group that were never passionate about the music. They're literally just in here because they like being popular and they wanted to be famous. But you didn't really care about the music. So the pool is specific. I'm talking about those group of people. But the opponent is random. So it's just like any one of you who wants it, right? Like that's basically what that is. Pool, specific, opponent, random. Thank you, Manny. Thank you. Manny said, your bars are crazy. Thank you. I appreciate that. So opponent, random. Femme fatale, Russian roulette, a hell of a combo. So a femme fatale, for those of you who do not know, let me go up and read the exact definition of a femme fatale because I don't want to get this wrong. So a femme fatale is an attractive or a seductive woman, especially one who is likely to cause distress or disaster to a man who becomes involved with her. So a femme fatale is somebody who is like, you know, sexy, all the things that you like, but be careful because you just might hurt yourself, right? So that's a femme fatale. So femme fatale, Russian roulette. Russian roulette, come on, y'all know what Russian roulette is. Don't play. So Russian roulette, a hell of a combo. So, you know, yeah, I may look cute, I may look sexy, I may look seductive, yada, yada, yada. I'm pretty, I'm blah, 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 right? But I'm coming to destroy you, right? And then Russian roulette, like I said, pull specific opponent random. That ties into that Russian roulette bar because it's about Russian roulette. Which one of you are going to get it? Which one of you are going to get it? It's in the pool, right? If you've ever watched Squid Games, Squid Games, you got that pool of people that's there. Those are the people who are playing the games. But guess what? When they get to playing them games, hey, you don't know who might not make it to the next round. And that's basically what it is. It's basically like the pool is specific. My opponent is random. When I'm a femme fatale, I came to destroy you. Don't get it twisted. And Russian roulette, that's a hell of a combo, right? So if you get that going, oh, it looks like it's harmless, it's cute, it's sexy, it's seductive, but at the same time, she'll freaking destroy you, like, and she'll destroy you at random. That's what that bar was. I'm gonna try to go live a little bit longer too. Well, I'm actually gonna go live. Thank you, Manny. Manny said go live longer, more often. He said he's gonna try to actually get into this. Um, I'm gonna try to go live a little bit longer here because I want to make sure that I get through these bars. So, femme fatale, Russian roulette, a hell of a combo. Constantly see success. Me, I, she. So my revenge is sweet. They say what? Best revenge is your paper, right? The success is the best revenge. You know what I'm saying? People to be crashing out, doing all this other stuff, and da 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 da, but that's not the revenge, baby. The revenge is the glow up. That's the revenge. The revenge is the success. Screw what everybody else got to say, what they got to do, and everything like that. I've had people talk about me crazy behind my back. I don't even know why, because I don't got no problems with these people. But at the end of the day, Hey, Angelo. At the end of the day, right? I'm gonna be successful because that's how that's how you get them back having the last laugh, right? So I constantly seek success. So my revenge is sweet. I love him to death. X's and O's, a hell of a combo. So I love him to death. X's and O's. Loving to death is also a nod to Kendrick. If you know one of those bars in Kendrick's song, you know what I'm talking about. So I love him to death. X's and O's, a hell of a combo. So again, I'm going off of that femme fatale. I'm going off of Russian femme fatale, Russian roulette, a hell of a combo. That's a combo. Constantly see success, so my revenge is sweet. I love him to death. X's and O's, right? X's and O's, hugs and kisses, mwah, mwah, mwah. But I'm really here to destroy you. That's dangerous, right? A hell of a combo, right? So that whole thing is all intertwined with each other. That whole piece is actually all one piece. But X's and O's also refers to a PlayStation remote, right? So if you're playing a PlayStation and you get to going and you're like, in Tekken or something like that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like, I love Tekken. But if you're in Tekken or something like that and you're like going crazy with the controller, you're trying to get the combos going or whatever have you, then you know what I'm talking about. An X and an O, that might do the combo for you. That might knock out square triangle, right, Angelo? That might knock them out. You know what I'm saying? So the X's and O's, a hell of a combo. That's that double entendre again. It's X's and O's, hugs and kisses from the femme fatale, right? But it's also X's and O's PlayStation rule. So that's what that bar means. X's and O's, the hell of a combo. Um, this the emancipation. We ain't got nothing. So this the emancipation is me basically saying that I'm about to make myself independent from all of this mainstream gunk that we're in, right? Like, you know what? I'm separating myself from that. Like, this is just no, we are not together. We ain't got nothing in common. Like, no, like this is the declaration right now. Like, absolutely not. You're not to align me with these people, right? But we ain't got nothing in common. That's also a nod to Eminem. If you guys know that Eminem record from Kamikaze, from his Kamikaze album, there's a song called "We Ain't Got Nothing in Common" with Royce the 5'9", and you know what I'm talking about if you heard that. So that was a nod to Eminem as well. We ain't got nothing in common. Hear this in uppercase. Hear me. I'm not whispering. Hear me. Hear this in uppercase. Uppercase letters. Okay. Get ready for the wake. All right. Doomsday is coming. Right. I heard your career is on fire. So you're popping right now. I heard. I heard that you out here, you popping, you doing your thing, you getting the awards that you shouldn't be getting. We won't talk about it, but you getting awards that you shouldn't be getting, all this other stuff. I heard your career is on fire. We gonna let it burn. So I'm basically saying, you know what? We're gonna let that happen. Congratulations to you. I hope you're safe. We're gonna let that happen. I heard your career is on fire. We're gonna let it burn till there is nothing left. We won't resuscitate. So basically, we're gonna let you wear yourself down. That's what that means. What I'm saying is, we're gonna basically let you wear yourself out. We're gonna let you become non-existent. You're gonna become extinct, and you're gonna do it on your own. Cause your career's on fire now, but we're gonna let that keep burning because it's gonna burn so bright and fast and hot that when it's done, you won't be left. That's what that means. So that's what that bar means. I heard your career is on fire. We're gonna let it burn till there is nothing left. We won't resuscitate, so we're not gonna bring you back, right? And then that's when I get into the now this is the part that I was talking about, y'all, where I was talking about let me go to the second part where I was talking about the blank pieces that it took me like a week and a half to come up with. I could not figure out what to put in those spots. I went through so many things. If y'all saw my notes, I kept pushing. Anybody who writes, there's a lot of people who do this where when you're writing and you like are like, nah, that's trash. when you're doing it, because that's really what you're like, that's trash. As a writer, you know to never throw something out, right? Like as a writer, you never throw out what you wrote. You know that because even though it might not be for this, it might go to something else or whatever have you, right? That's like writing 101. So as a songwriter, what do? You end up hitting the enter button in your notes. If you're writing on your phone, you hit the enter button so that you like push what you wrote down. You don't get rid of it, but it's no longer part of what you're writing. You make that clear space, and then you go ahead and you start writing what it is that you are trying to write in there, like the next thing that you're trying to write. But y'all should see what my notes look like for this thing. It's ridiculous. Like the way that it looks at the bottom, there's so many things that I tried to put in these gaps, y'all, that did not work. Like, and I sat with it for like a day, maybe, or half a day, and I'm just like, I would say it over to myself, and I'm like, yo, that's not it. Enter, enter, enter. Put another thing. That's not it. Enter, enter. And like that's so my notes look crazy. So this is the part that I was having a time with. And if you listen to the Ace Trumpets remix, even after this, y'all, you'll know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. So I said, we won't resuscitate. There's a part where you hear a flat line, right? Flat line. Hello, medical, like someone dying. So you hear a flat line, and it says, we lost them. Call it. So it's basically saying, like, that's a double entendre. I'm saying, we lost them, call it, for, hey, they died. The career is dead. Their career is done. Call it. Call the time of death. It's done, right? But also, we lost them. Call it for all of the people who were listening to this record and you didn't understand the bars. If you haven't understood by now, it's over. I'm sorry. So that's also we lost them as in we lost them a long time ago. Like they don't even they haven't understood anything that you said. So we lost them. Call it. Like call it. Like just end it now. End it now because they shouldn't have been listening to it in the first place because the bars were already over their head. So that's also that's a double entendre for we lost them. Call it. It's for the careers that I'm ending. Call the time of death. But it's also for the people who were listening and they don't even understand the bars. They're never gonna understand the bars. It's like we lost them a long time ago. They lost. They're not understanding these bars. Call it a day, end it, wrap it up, right? Go home, pack it up, go home. So that's a double entendre. So that's what I put in that gap. That's the first gap that I had that I was just like, oh my God, what do I put here? Right? So that's what I put there. I told y'all that when I'm writing, I try to be intentional about what it is that I'm writing because I'm trying to always challenge myself and challenge my pen. Like I'm always trying to challenge my pen and do it in the way that is genuine to me and my artistry. So that's basically what it is I ended up filling in one of those gaps with. So we lost them. Call it on the record. So on the record, right? Again, double entendre on the record, like on this record, on the song, and also on the record, like yo, I'm not saying this off the record. You could go ahead and print what I said. I said what I said. So that's a double entendre on the record. On the record, they keep it industry plants under wraps. So industry plants, you know what an industry plant is. It's somebody that they go ahead, they put into the industry, they basically force this person down your throat or whatever have you. And this person isn't one of the people that should probably even be in your face. But maybe there's something that the label or whatever is getting out of this whole deal. So they're pushing this person in front of everybody else that they should probably be pushing, every other artist that they should be pushing. They plant this person there, right? So an industry plant, right? Somebody who there's something in it for some people in the back office. So this person's gonna get pushed in front of you, right? So they keep it industry plants under wraps. So under wraps, double entendre, under wraps meaning like they're keeping them on the hush. They're trying to keep them on the hush. Under wraps also means under wraps, like under hip hop. There's been a lot of that going on, y'all. A lot of that. A lot of people who shouldn't be in our faces, but they are for some reason. So under wraps is not only under wraps. Angelo said industry plants under wraps as in subpar quality. Yeah, subpar quality, and also, I like that. Maybe that's a triple entendre, because he's saying under wraps. I like that. But also under wraps because it seems like a lot of this is buried in hip hop. I mean, I can't speak for all other genres, right? Like I'm not in those genres, so I can't necessarily speak to what goes on. So there's some other people that will argue, no, it's not only happening in hip hop, it's happening here too. You know what I'm saying? People get like they get angry about when you exclude them and stuff. Ooh, ooh. But in hip hop, there's been so much of that. Like, so much. It's like, yo, that's gotta be a plant. Cause like, ain't no way. 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 So that's basically what that was referring to was like they're keeping them under wraps. They're hiding them in hip hop. So that's what that was. That's a good one, Angelo. Though I might have to go ahead and say that. That's one too. Triple entendre. So they keep industry plants to the wraps. Been paying the neighbors. Nobody chats. So neighborhood talk. For those of you who don't know what neighborhood talk is a very, very prominent music, entertainment blog, really. Entertainment blog that specializes really in urban industry, in the urban sector of the music industry. Industry plant can be expanded. Everybody claims came from nothing, but very few really did. Yeah, that's another thing too. There's a lot of people in the industry who are nepo babies, right? Like there's someone somewhere knew somebody and da 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 da, and you find out, oh, this person was their cousin. And then after they try to tell you, no, I got it on my own, but no, you didn't. Like at the end of the day, somebody knew somebody, and that's how you got in there. Just keep it funky, keep it 100. Like no one's going to kill you over it, but don't go lying because now we are. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, that definitely can be expanded, Angelo. Godzilla, I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. So the neighborhood talk is a blog, y'all, that is an entertainment industry. They focus on the entertainment industry and specifically the urban sector of the entertainment industry, right? So um, that's what that refers to. Been paying the neighbors, nobody chats. So it's y'all been paying these people. Like you can tell. Sometimes you could go on neighborhood talk, y'all, and you could tell like day after day when it starts to because I subscribe to them because I like to get the news and I like to know what's going on in the entertainment industry and sometimes day after day you keep on getting notifications about nobodies like and not nobodies like everybody's a somebody but you get notifications about like people who aren't moving like that they're not that hot. Like they're not. And it's weird. You like start to like side eye like, yo, why is this person constantly in front of me? Like who paid y'all? Somebody had to pay y'all. And let's be honest here. A lot of this stuff is paid stuff. They don't be reporting things for free. A lot of the times it's paid for. You'll have a label that will pay Neighborhood Talk so many dollars for them to post their artist so many times. And so you basically you basically get a bunch of these people popping up on your feed who you're trying to understand what is your claim to fame, yo? You have no talent, and they're trying to convince us that you do. Like, stop pushing. And you could see people under in the comments once they start to figure out that that's what this is. Yo, stop pushing this person on us. You could see them say that. Like, stop pushing this person on us. Why y'all keep pushing this person on us? We don't want to hear about these people. They're nobody to us. Like, they're nobody. You guys are making them famous for nothing. They do nothing. They have no talent, no skill, no nothing. They're just in front of us. And you guys keep pushing it onto us like we're supposed to care. You're trying to make us care. And I feel insulted because I feel like you're insulting my intelligence now. Because it's very clear that you guys are paid. You know what I'm saying? And the captions keep coming. And you're just like, that's definitely, like, ain't no way. You sit up here talking about these people as if they're creme de la creme. And they're definitely bottom feeders. But for some reason, y'all keep trying to convince us that that's the case. So that's what that is. You've been paying the neighbors, but nobody's chatting. Like you paid the neighborhood talk, but ain't nobody talking about you because who are you? Like, what do you do? What is this? I don't know. So no one's talking about you, regardless of the fact that they try to like shove this down our throat. So that's what that bar is about. Campaign of neighbors, nobody chats. Um, time of death, new era, 2025. That's the second gap that I filled in, y'all. I was really going through it, right? So I already had said uh, uh, in that bar above in the gap before, we lost them. Call it. They're dead. Done. And then after this part says time of death, new era 2025. For those of you who've been following me, you will know that I had already deemed 2025. Thank you, Godzilla. Um, you will already know that I deemed 2025 to be my time. You know that already manifested for this year to be the year that I have my break. And so I named that new era. So for those of you who follow me, you know that I already named 2025 mine, right? And it's a Nubian team, Taja New, Nubian team, and it's our era, it's the new era. So that's what that came in. Is the time of death for all of this nonsense to stop is the new era 2025 my time. So that's what that is. um so then room full of shade still needed some block. Thought that we wouldn't find out about that. So that's just a continuation from the bar before about the neighborhood talk. Shade Room is also entertainment blog. Also, neighborhood talk actually branched off from Shade Room. Like if any of you know the story, if you know, you know. So Shade Room was first. Neighborhood talk came second. But both very prominent blogs that specialize in that subject of entertainment in the urban entertainment. So that's shade room. So a room full of shade, you still need the sunblock. A room full of shade, you still need the sunblock. Again, paying off the shade room to post your stuff. You thought that we wouldn't find out about that. Like, you really thought we were so stupid. Like, you really insulted our intelligence that much that you feel like if they just keep posting you and posting you and posting you and putting these captions that make no sense whatsoever. No, you're not the next this. You're not. What are we talking about? Where are these captions? Who's writing these captions? You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it is. It's like you can't pay neighborhood talkers a shade room to make you hot. It's just like there's a point in time where it worked because people weren't picking up what was happening. Like they didn't understand that you guys are being spoon fed, and we've always been spoon fed, spoon fed. We've always been spoon fed to an extent, right? Like in the industry. Come on, let's be honest here. Before it is that we had all of this and the internet and stuff like that, whoever it was that was presented to us through the music industry was presented to us. Okay? They were not somebody who came out of the clear blue or whatever have you. The industry said this is a person that we want you to be consuming their stuff right now. So here you go, spoon feed. This is it. Difference is they made sure those people had talent for the most part. For the most part. Or a hit for the most part. Um, they made sure that those people had talent or a hit. If they didn't have any of that, they were not presenting them to us at all. Nowadays, it's different. You don't have to have zilch. You can have nada. You can have zero and still end up in our faces somehow. Somehow, somebody pays for you to be in our face. Someone somewhere was crazy enough and out of their minds. Honestly, it had to be. You gotta be like honestly dense, out of their minds to be like, that's where I'm gonna put thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm gonna invest in that. What is the ROI in that? And I honestly feel like for real, like the ROI was big for a little bit. I do. I feel like the return, they were able to get a good return because people were eating up any and everything when social media started really popping and going crazy. Like after COVID, I feel like there was a big return on people who didn't really have any. thing to offer, but somehow, some way they ended up in your face. And as a personality, because that's what it was, as a personality, those people did bring in a lot of cash because of the brand deals and endorsements and stuff like that, right? But now it's starting to like flip, and it's starting to not work anymore. So honestly, I don't know who in their right mind would keep doing that, because that model is like coming to a close. So can y'all please, pretty please, invest in people who actually have talent? How about that? How about that? And at this point, the artist development stage, honestly, is probably a lot smaller for people who I know are in my generation of artists, because we had to develop ourselves, because people just, industry just stopped wanting to develop us. So we had to find a way ourselves to develop in our own time with our own dollars and everything, because industry don't want to invest in anybody unless they're already packaged, and packaged like they already got the following and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you've got a lot of that going on. And oh yeah, Godzilla was saying that the black blogs be secretly utilizing and controlled by YT people. And Angelo is saying now that the rap industry has been doing that since the 80s, and it's true. Like, people gotta understand the business side of this. There's a lot in the business that it's a lot in the business that looks new, but it's not. It's just more apparent now because of the way that things work. Everything just by happenstance, we can see it now. But it's been like that, because we got to think about who had the money, right? And the thing about it is thank God that at the time, the people who ended up being the ones that went out and got the talent happened to be the ones that would be from the black and brown community. So these people actually knew what it was, right? Like, they knew what it was, and so they would go out and they would scout these people, or they would be so entrenched in the or submerged in the culture. Even if they weren't black and brown, they were so submerged in the culture that they actually knew the artist that they were bringing to the door to say sign this person, right? Like, that's the difference. But let make no mistake, the same people were always in control. The same people were always in control. So that ain't new. That ain't new. Now 90% of signs are tax write off for the label, and that's the thing, right? Like, it don't make any sense for like the label to not invest in these artists that are actually going to make something be for real. Can we get some people who have staying power, please? Like, if you guys are able to write off a lot of this, what are you crying about how much you got to invest in it? You know what I'm saying? So there's just so much. There's so much, y'all. Groups like PE used to have to put Kid and Play on the bill to convince the venue. Exactly, right? Like, that's the thing, is like, a lot of this is it's not new. A lot of this are those same tactics, y'all. Same tactics. Only issue is the talent and the skill are just not up to par. They're like, it's like watered down. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the more you cheapen a product, you keep playing with it. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna change the materials, make it a little cheaper. Okay, people are still buying it. It still holds up. All right, this week I'm gonna use like different like uh bolts and nuts and things to put it together to hold it together. Okay, it's still holding together. All right, they still buying it at the same price. At some point, you start to undercut the product so much that you literally make the product just cheap, and it doesn't function the way that it used to. You can't, and you can't expect for that consumer to be stupid enough to keep on paying that same price and more. Like, it's not gonna happen, and that's what's basically going on right now. So I'm really enjoying this. There is a conversation. If y'all are on TikTok, I'm enjoying this conversation happening on TikTok with Godzilla and Angelo. Um, because I'm telling y'all, gems are being passed on, y'all. So that is Songwriters Insider um for Capiche. Capiche? So basically, that's also the reason I said all of that to say that's the reason why the song was named Capiche. I could have named it Parish. I went back and forth between that. Should I name it Parish? Because pray from the parish, they will surely perish. I felt like maybe I should name it Parish. But then I was like, nah, I want to name it Capiche because what I want to do is make sure I'm asking everyone, listen, do you comprehend, right? After you heard all of what I had to say, this is only a couple of hooks and a verse. Do you understand? Capiche? Do you get it? That's why I named it Capiche because it's just like there is a lot there, but if you're not ready to really listen and put like really like put the headphones on and understand and dig into what it is that I actually was saying through the lyrics, then like you don't understand, you don't comprehend, and no, like so that's basically what it is that I was getting at with the title of the track. That was intentional too because at the end of all of that, I'm asking all of y'all, capiche? Do you understand me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I was asking. So, like I said, intentionality in lyrics and stuff like that, very important to me as a songwriter. But that, again, like I said, was Songwriters Insider for this week. Now, another thing that I want to get into is, hold on, I want to add something here. I want to talk to y'all about, oh, this is the wrong, I got to add it from here. About this competition that I have just submitted a video for. I wanted to talk to y'all about it because it's I submitted and now I'm waiting to hear back if I made it to the next round. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the next round, y'all. So basically, TikTok is having this competition, and the competition is a music competition. Hold on. It's a live music competition, y'all. Okay, so TikTok is having a live music competition for people, for artists to have the opportunity to perform on the stage for iHeart on iHeart stage in LA. Um, in this competition, they also are flying people out to perform, but there's some prizes that you can win, like money and things like that, whatever, for first, second, and third place. But really, I just want the opportunity. I want the opportunity, y'all. Like I want the opportunity to be able to compete in this competition, and to perform on the stage at iHeart Live. Like that's really what I want to do. So basically, the first round was for all artists to submit a live video. I submitted this video here, which is the video that I did live performance for my new song Fallen, which Angelo is both co-writer and he is the producer on the record, producer engineer on the record. So shout out to Angelo, who is in the comments, Ange1970, who is in the comments right now on TikTok, for the song Fallen. For those of you who follow me, you know that Fallen is actually a feature track on for a motion picture called Plight that is available on Amazon Prime Video. And I did the staircases, and y'all know that I record my vocals live for the staircases. I did the staircases, a special edition for the song Fallen, right? So there's a special edition of staircases for Fallen. And what I did was I submitted that video because you had to like meet certain qualifications for this competition on TikTok for this iHeart Live competition. And I submitted that video to the competition, right? So The deadline was yesterday. I submitted the video, and now they said basically what they are looking to do is they're going to look at the engagement with the video. So if all of you, I'll pin this to my page. If y'all could let me see if I could do it on here. If y'all could like the video, comment on the video, share the video, engage with the video, right? If y'all could do that, that would help a lot. Um, Let me see here. I'm just gonna make sure that on my page, I make sure that I pin the video. So if you guys could go to my TikTok and you can, let me see if I can, I'll unpin this. Um, I don't think they're gonna let me do it on here. I'll do it after, like right after this. But if y'all could go on my page and like this video, um, share it, comment, everything that you possibly can to interact with this video, they are looking at that while they are trying to pull out the top 50 artists to compete for the finalist 12 spots, like the 12 finalist spots. And they said it's a mixture of engagement with the video plus the judges, the panel of judges, the where they rate the tracks, where they rate the videos. So it's two things that determine whether it is that I move on to the 12 finalist position from no, excuse me, whether I move on to 50. It goes down to 50. So this round is going to be a mixture of the judges that are judging these videos, these live videos, the judges' decisions, as well as the engagement with the video itself for the 50 people that are going to be competing for the 12 finalist spot. Once you become one of the 12 finalists, you have the opportunity to perform the song in LA on the iHeart radio stage. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if they said it's iHeart. I don't know. I don't know if they have their own venue or whatever, but this is for iHeartRadio, y'all. This is like huge for me. So, um, if you all can go, like I said, right after this, I'm going to pin the video to my TikTok. If you all can go on my TikTok and like this video, share it, comment, do engage with it. Like if you're already on TikTok, you're halfway there because you're already on the platform. But if you guys can do that, let me know. Yeah, Angelo, it's not pinned up there right now. I have to pin it, and they don't let me do that on my computer, so I would have to get off of my phone and do that. I have to unpin it on my phone, but once I do, I'm going to pin it to my TikTok, y'all. And like I said, I just need you guys to get on there, interact with the video, because that's what they're looking at to make their decision about who's moving on to the group of 50 artists that are going to be competing for one of the slots for the 12 finalists. Now, the thing about it is once we get to the 12 finalist slots, is really going to ramp up for you guys' participation and all of that. Like they're looking at all of that. So, um, please, y'all, make sure that you stay tuned in and locked into me over the next few weeks because they said that we're going to be competing for the 12 finalist slots if I make it to the 50 from August 25th to August 29th. So there's going to be a competition starting even then. So make sure that you stay locked into me over the next few weeks so that we can get to iHeart, y'all. I am going to be switching the days that I'm on live from Tuesdays to Thursdays, y'all, because my summer hours at work are over. And so that puts me in a weird position to try to do my lives on Tuesdays. It worked for me during the summer. I don't know why I didn't think this through, but it's not going to work moving forward. So I am going to be live starting next week on Thursdays at 7 o'clock sharp. As y'all know, I am very, very prompt. I'm always here on time because I appreciate you guys' time. But for the most part, I'll be here. Well, summer's over for the school, for the college. For the college summer, the kids are almost moving back in. It's crazy. They already have moving weekend set. The students are like ready to come back. Yes, Godzilla. This is the video that I have framed in the back of the live. Um, I don't know if it's the same picture. It is. Same picture. If you just scroll down, it's right in between the videos that I have with the pink, right in between those. If y'all could just, like I said, I'm going to pin it to the top of my page when I'm done so that it's easy to find. But if y'all could like it, share it, I don't know, share it to all your friends. That'll make the shares go up. If you can comment on the video, all of that, share it to your story, whatever, repost, all that stuff. All of that matters because they are looking at that to move on to the next round of 50 artists so that I can compete to be one of the 12 artists to be able to perform in LA. All 12 artists, once you get to the 12 artists finalists, all of them perform in LA and they're performing for that top 3 spot. I want to get to the 12, y'all. Like, just let me get to the 12. Like, if y'all put me on a stage, I'll do my job. I gotta do what I gotta do. But if y'all could just help me get there, like, I will do my job. Y'all better believe that. Like, if you help me get there, I will not let you down at all. So if you're on TikTok, if you have a TikTok, please, y'all, go on to my page at Tajanu. I am going to pin the video to the top of my page so that you guys can interact with the video, engage with the video, like it, comment, everything, so that we can move on to the next round. And you'll see in the captions on the video that I say, the first thing that I say is please consider this for the iHeart Live competition. So you'll know if it's the right video that you're looking at. I say on it, please consider this for the iHeart Live competition. So you'll know if you look at the caption. Um, all right, y'all. But I love y'all. I'm off this. I stayed on a little bit too long. I'm starting to get hot. Like whenever I do this live, I turn like the AC off and everything like that. So, and then I start to get like stuffy. I'm sorry. Um, so I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in to the Bedroom Chronicles this week. Solid, too solid, man. I gotta go. I'm hot. I need something to drink. It'll get stuffy. I don't know if y'all can hear. Like it's weird. Like the hotter I get like stuffy. This happened to me last week. Thank you for the roses, Manny. I appreciate it. I gotta go though. It's 8:49. I gotta get up off of this. There is work tomorrow, 9 to 5, y'all. That I'm trying to listen, y'all. If y'all help me get to this iHeart thing, y'all. Oh, she is trying to. I'm letting you know, like this year, like I said, I already manifested that 9 to 5. Got to go so that I can pursue music full time, y'all. Um, so hook up with the live mic. Keep AC on. Yeah, maybe Angelo. I mean, granted, it shouldn't be too hot. Thank you, Manny. It shouldn't be too hot moving forward, but this week is like 90 degrees up here in Massachusetts, y'all. So I should be good moving forward, but it's just like crazy the last 2 weeks. Thank you, Manny. Manny, thank you. Manny's like, don't you better not get off this thing, girl. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you. Um, but yeah, y'all, I gotta get off this. I love y'all. Like I said, please, 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 please. I see you, Marlon. Please, y'all, please, this video that you see is going to be at the top of my page, pinned to the top of my TikTok. Please, y'all, go onto my page. I'm about to pin it as soon as I get off this live. Get onto my page, go onto my page, and please, y'all, like it, comment, share it with your friends. Tell them to share it, tell them to like, tell them to comment to help me move on to the next round in this iHeart Live competition with TikTok. I would love to perform on the stage in LA for iHeart with this song specifically because it's a very, very special song. So I really, really hope you guys can help me get to the next round. Like I said, they said it's a mixture between the engagement with the video as well as the panelists, the judges that are looking at these videos, making a decision on which videos are going to move to the next round, which is 50 artists. And then those 50 artists are going to be competing the week from August 25th to 29th. Y'all got to keep it locked in with me because I don't know what the rules are going to be for that. Um, but they're going to be competing to be one of the 12 artists that are able to be flown out to LA to perform on the iHeartRadio stage. So please, y'all, please go ahead and like this video. All right, thanks, Angelo. Hopefully, I'm telling you, we got one. All right, y'all. Oh, God, love y'all. I got to get off this. I'm ending the stream. Thank you, Manny, for all of the gifts. I appreciate you. Godzilla, thank you for the conversation. Thank you, Angelo. Thank you, everybody who tuned in on YouTube. Took, thank you, D Nice. I appreciate you. And I am off this. I love you so much. Oh God, y'all. Woo, hot.